Freedom comes by struggle, by struggle. Freedom comes. Freedom comes by struggle, by struggle. Freedom comes by struggle. Freedom comes. Freedom comes by struggle. Freedom comes by struggle. Freedom comes. Freedom come, freedom come by struggle. Freedom come by struggle, by struggle. Freedom come by struggle, by struggle. Freedom come by struggle, by struggle. Freedom come, freedom people. Nigerian people.
Come here in deep pain, disenchantment, utter chagrin and displeasure with what is happening under the watch of the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory Administration. We are deeply pained that the enterprise of our members are being destroyed. Just last week, bulldozers came without any proper notification to bring down the business premises of one of our members. The business premises called Topic Gardens was destroyed, leveled and brought to the ground. All the makeshift structures, all the plantings, everything there, electronics, refrigerators, assets worth tens of millions of naira were destroyed without recourse to the struggles of this young entrepreneur. We say this is not what the government tells us they are motivating. If we have a government that is speaking about ease of doing business, then if you see a young man or a young woman pulling himself up by the bootstraps, that young man or woman should be encouraged rather than being discouraged. We are very much aware the origins of the Arab Spring of the late 2010 and beginning of 2011 at the dawn of this decade. We know that the shop of one peasant, Mohammed Bouazizi, was destroyed by instruments of government or by men under the authority of government. He set himself ablaze, and that gave birth to the Arab Spring. We do not want such a situation to reoccur or to rear its head in Nigeria. We have come here to call on the Honorable Minister of FCT, under whose control the Development Control Department is. This spate of wanton destruction of properties, demolition of properties, even when the matter is in court, is despicable, is condemnable. We refuse it and we say no to it. As young Nigerians, we have come to call on the Honorable Minister to come out here and address us. If this is what the government is preaching, we are here and we will pitch our tents here until our plight, until our grievance is addressed. We forthwith and with immediate effect.
Yes.
3. Any other measures of compensation, considering the psychological trauma this hitherto unemployed youth that sought the path of entrepreneurship has gone through, should be remediated for.
Yes.
And finally and most importantly, we have come to call on the government to pay very, very critical attention to the issue of unemployment.
Yes.
The rate of unemployment is rising.
Yes.
It has hit the roof.
Yes.
It is growing.
Yes.
It is burgeoning.
Yes.
And government should look for a very strategic and concerted measure to address this plight. Yes. All of these matters, by any means and by all means, should be addressed within 72 hours of this our notice, as we shall submit to the Honorable Minister. That not being done, we shall mobilize our members across the 36 states of Nigeria to occupy everything. We try to promote any factor that leads to jobs creation, national development and poverty reduction. You will attest to the fact that if a young man or a young woman picks up an enterprise, that individual has been taken off the labor market, has gotten a job. If that individual succeeds in his enterprise and engages 3 or 4 or 5 people, that individual has played a role as an employment creator. We know there are numerous of them out there confronted with very adversarial challenges and yet breasting the tapes of this challenge. If any one of them is victimized in every inch of the lands of the sovereignty of our dear nation Nigeria, we owe it as a bounden duty to our nation and to that young individual to stand in defense of his business and his enterprise. So the property destroyed in question belongs to one of our members, belongs to a youth that was unemployed and struggled and liberated herself from unemployment and also employed over 30 individuals. All those individuals have been sent back home. They are unemployed. They have been thrown down the cesspit of poverty, deprivation, and deep pains and hunger. That is not what we want as a nation. And we must stand to defend our rights anytime, any day. Greatest Nigerian people!
Most of us are in school today. Most of us have graduated. We have recorded so many graduates because of this little entrepreneur. Now most of us are home now. We are home now because this garden has been demolished. We are crying. We are in pain. We want the ministers to come to our aid. We are calling the minister to come to our aid. We are in pain. Do the minister want us to go out to go and steal? Do they want us to go and steal? No. Do they want us to go and turn Boko Haram? No. Please, ministers, we are calling for your aid. Come and rescue us. Stop it guarding with the workers. We are in pain. We are crying.
Hunger.
No, there's no job in Nigeria. There's no job anywhere. The little one we have, the government have come to demolish it. Please, we are calling you people to come and rescue us. Please, we don't want to go and join them. We don't want to go and join them so that tomorrow they will use police to come and arrest us. Please, we are calling them to come and help us. You should come to our aid. The ministers.
Freedom comes by struggle, by struggle. Freedom comes. Freedom comes. Freedom comes by struggle. Freedom comes by struggle, by struggle. Freedom comes by struggle. Freedom comes.
Status quo should be maintained because on the land in question, which properties and assets were demolished belonging to our member, the matter is still in court. Status quo should be maintained pending when the court...
My name is Mr. Friday, Mr. Ashiwe Valentine. Mr. Ashiwe Valentine Friday. That is my name.
Reasonable for every reasonable Nigerians to show solidarity to this noble cause. When you look at some of the policies of some of the departments of the government, you begin to wonder whose interests are they representing? Who are they actually protecting? Who are they actually working for? We are not saying Nigerians should be lawless and occupy a place anyhow. No. Looking at the details of this issue, you will agree with me that the government is just unnecessarily oppressing the people. Stopping Garden did not just jump to that venue. She got the requirement document duly allocated for her by the I think development control or park and whatever, park and recreation. I saw the document, and she has been paying her tax as at when due. She has been contributing to the IGR of this nation. Beyond that, she has equally used the place according to the rules and regulations that allocated that place for her as a park and recreation place, a green area, no permanent structure. So she has been working under the enabling rules and regulations. Now, what is the reason, what is the idea behind this demolition? Whose interests are they representing? It is very clear today that President Muhammadu Buhari will always say that he represents the constituency of the downtrodden, the Talakawas. He will tell you that. He's never shy to say that. And these are the people Mr. President is representing in that speech, in that statement, by saying he representing the downtrodden. Now Stopping Garden has been operating peacefully. somebody just wake up one day to challenge the document given to her by the government. Such challenge will be taken to the court of law. The Park and Recreation Department of the government has not denied the fact of allocating that place to her. Now this case is in court. Somebody just wake up one day just because he has access to bulldozer and he can hire some police that will hide their badge when they want to go for such operation, so that you don't know their name or their security number. Just because an individual has access to such people, he just went there and demolished the garden without any pronouncement by the court of competent jurisdiction to do that. You will agree with me that even when there is a case in court, ruling from High Court and notification of appeal means that there is no end yet to the case. If there is ruling in High Court, if you do not appeal within some stipulated time, then it is assumed and believed that you have agreed to such ruling. But if you appeal within the stipulated time, I think 21 days, it means you have not agreed. Therefore, there will be no execution until that especially if you are able to serve all the necessary documents to show that you have appealed this case and you have evidence of service, which STOPI and the management of STOPI has to show that they have appealed the case and they have served them duly. Then what is the reasonable reason for somebody to wake up and demolish this? This is unethical. It is unlawful. It is oppressing. It is killing. It is not just that. It is increasing the insecurity in our nation.
Exactly.
And therefore, every reasonable Nigerians should not just look at this crowd and say, oh, they are few, who are they? They are nobody. You should join them to register this protest so that the appropriate authority can take the right action. If there is a business that is employing nothing less than 20 young Nigerians, even that business is not lawful enough, all government need to do is to see how it can reform it so that it can continue to engage these young men. Imagine demobilizing 30 young men that have been feeding their family via such business to go and join the League of Unemployed that has given back to all of the bandits and what have you we have seen around our nation. It should be condemned. If you think it is not your business, if you think you are not concerned when the implication comes, I'm sorry, you may not be able to bear it. Thank you so much. So